Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the situation between Future and Russell Wilson, where Future's dissing Russell Wilson. And you know, it's funny. I wasn't actually even going to do a video on this, but I thought that talking about this would be a very good teachable moment to talk about a certain aspect of the game, right? Now, what happened is that, Future came out with a song with, I think, Quavo, and in one of the lines, he basically said, fuck Russell or fuck Russell Wilson, whatever it is like that. So he basically, saying fuck that nigga, right? Now, on the surface, a lot of people are like, oh, he's still in love with Ciara, and that's why, he's doing that, and he's jealous of the situation or whatever it is like that, right? Now, on the surface level, that could be what it is, but I wanted to talk about something different. I want to go a little deeper into this and explain a few things that'll give you some insight on situations like these. Right now, before I get into this, I'm just going based on what has happened and what this could represent, because nobody really knows. Like, Future could just be saying this shit just for, publicity, just to, get people talking. He might not give a fuck. He could have called up Russell Wilson and said, hey, I'm gonna say fuck you just to promote this shit, and they all in on it or whatever, because how celebrities could get. But I'm just using this as an example. Let's say hypothetically he's actually feeling some type of way. I want to break down why this kind of thing happens. Right now, what you have to understand first of all is that Future and Russell Wilson, they represent two different archetypes, right? And Future, he represents like the fuck boy, Pookie, Ray, bad boy type of archetype, whereas Russell Wilson represents the nice guy, quote unquote educated, lame, nerdy type of archetype, right? So now, what you have to understand is this. Is that a guy like Future, when he gets with a woman, or he's dealing with a woman, right? Like, and Ciara's the chick in this situation, right? And he had they have a kid together and all that other stuff. But the fuckboy, Pookie and Ray type of guy, he's not really the relationship consistent type of guy. So when those guys deal with women, a lot of times what happens is women will deal with them on some, we're just having fun type of shit, but women don't take those type of guys seriously for long-term situations. Whereas the Russell Wilsons, women will take those guys seriously as long-term relationships, because the Russell Wilsons of the world are more boyfriend material, right? So what happens is this: when the Futures of the world are dealing with the women that they're dealing with, in this case, Ciara, right? If they actually have feelings for that chick and it doesn't work out, because usually it doesn't, because he's a fuckboy, right? She ends up getting with another guy, the Russell Wilsons, and then it seems to be working out. Now, on the surface, it's like, okay, well, he's probably just jealous because, she's with another guy and they're together. But what it really is a lot of times is this: is that the Futures of the world, that archetype of the fuckboy, bad boy, Pookie and Ray type, what happens is that he realizes and recognizes that he can't give Ciara, or the woman that he's trying to get with, or that he was with, he can't give her what the Russell Wilsons of the world can give her, which is consistency, being reliable, and all that other good shit. And therefore, because he can't give her that, then he can never experience, or he's not going to experience in most cases, what Ciara and Russell Wilson have. You understand? So it's not to say that he can never experience that, but it's most likely he's gonna have a hard time experiencing that, right? And on the flip side, what happens is that the Russell Wilson archetype can't give the Ciaras of the world, or the women that he likes, the Future type of energy. So what happens is that when you have these two types of guys, these archetypes, right? what happens is that each of these archetypes feel some type of way about the other because the other archetype possesses something they don't have. You understand? So what happens is that Future, because he's the bad boy, fuck boy type of guy, he has more of that swag, that edge, that sex appeal that Russell Wilson doesn't have. And what happens is that the Russell Wilsons of the world see the Futures of the world in which they had that swag and that sex appeal. Now, the Futures of the world, they see the Russell Wilsons and they wish that they had the consistency, the reliability of those Russell Wilsons so that they can experience what that, he's experiencing. So a lot of times that sort of hate is really about Future or the Futures of the world seeing that woman that they were with, not only with another guy, but with another guy that can give her what he can't give her. And then what happens is that because he can't give her that, he will never experience that type of relationship that Russell and Sierra have. You understand? So the same way where the Russell Wilsons of the world, because they're the nice guys and all the other stuff, right? They're the boyfriend material. They'll never experience being that fuck boy, sexually attractive, bad boy type of guy that women just, drool over and want to have sex with. The Futures of the world aren't going to experience women taking them seriously for a long-term relationship. You understand? So a lot of times it's deeper than just, the girl I was with is with another guy. It's no, the girl that I was with, who I thought I had some sort of control or influence over, right? I'm now seeing her with this other guy, giving her that thing that I know she wanted that I could never give her. You see what I'm saying? And see, what's funny about this is that, a lot of the guys on the internet would say shit like, these girls out here, they have all these sex partners and they can't pair bond. But the thing is, Sierra can pair bond with Russell Wilson. You understand what I'm saying? And then on top of that, what'll happen is that these same guys will be like, yeah, I'll smash these girls, but I'm not going to take them seriously. Which is the type of shit Future basically was doing with Sierra. But then the flip side of that is that, okay, you don't take her seriously, but then when you see her in a relationship, a long-term relationship with this other guy, it's like you feel some type of way because you're jealous of the idea of it. Because the idea of it is, yeah, I'm this fuck boy that could get girls and hook up with a bunch of chicks and I can get sex and all that. That's cool. But if I want a long-term relationship, it's hard for me to get that. And I feel jealous that the Russell Wilsons of the world not only can get that, but they're getting it with the woman that I was with that I might still want. You understand? Or I might still have feelings for. And I know that I don't have that type of energy or vibe or game in order to keep her or in order for her to want to be with me that way. See, when I teach you guys about how to be the most attractive guy that you can be, to be the top guy. See, the top guy is a mixture of Russell Wilson and Future. You understand? He has the swag, sex appeal of a Future, but also the consistency and reliability of a Russell Wilson all in one. Right? To most women, that's the perfect nigga. You understand? But see, most guys just have one or the other. Most guys are either Future or they're Russell Wilson. They don't have the mixture. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that because guys are either one or the other, right? They experience one or the other in most cases. So the futures of the world will experience a lot of women who want to be with them sexually, want to have a good time. But then the drawback is if they meet a woman that they like, want to get serious, a lot of times the women don't want to get serious with them. And then the Russell Wilsons of the world will meet women who they want to hook up with and have a good time. But those women will tell those guys, well, I'm not the type of girl. We need to take it slow. And then, they got to end up wifing up these women for, in order to get anything popping sexually. You understand? Because see, even right now, even though Russell Wilson is with Ciara, the drawback sometimes in this situation is a lot of times women get bored with those guys. Because I think they've been together for, like 5-6 years at this point, I think. If I'm not mistaken. But the problem with that also too is that even though these guys are reliable and consistent, the Russell Wilsons of the world, sometimes what happens is that these women get bored, they end up cheating on these guys and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? But just understand that that whole type of, energy of Future saying fuck Russell, a lot of times is coming from him feeling like that, or him knowing, or him believing that, what Russell and Ciara got, he could never, or he won't be able to get that. He won't be able to, basically what I'm saying is the way that Ciara looks at Russell Wilson, Future knows she will never see him like that. Or even beyond Ciara, he feels like the women that he's dealing with will never see him like that. Meaning, even if he meets a new woman or he's dealing with a new chick, he's probably going to have a hard time getting a woman to see him like how Ciara sees Russell Wilson, meaning taking him seriously. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what happens a lot of times with the guys who are on the fuckboy shit, who are on the player stuff, the bad boy stuff. That's the opposite end of the spectrum. So yeah, you get chicks that want to fuck with you. They, you get a lot of play. Chicks is attracted to you, but a lot of times, especially if you're, inconsistent, you're all over the place or whatever, you ain't gonna get taken seriously. And then one time you're gonna meet a chick that you're really feeling, and then she's gonna move on to another nigga, most likely a simp, because usually women jump from the bad boy alpha types to the simps. And then you're gonna feel some type of way because she's gonna be looking like she's having a good old time being consistent with that guy, and you crave the consistency. You understand? You see that situation with the Ciaras and the Russell Wilsons. You're like, man, they look like they're fucking in love. Like she actually loves this guy and gives a fuck about him and cares about him. And it's like you're yearning for that, because all if you're in your fuckboy situation, you're just getting a lot of chicks who want to suck your dick, but that's about it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, this is funny to me too, because again, like I said, a lot of times guys will say, well, chicks like Ciara wouldn't be the type of chicks that'll be able to pair bond, but obviously she is. You understand? But also, it's funny how dudes love to laugh at the fact of, oh, I don't want to have a girl who, other dudes smashed. But I'm like, but wait a second, you're actually getting the better end of the deal, because let me tell you guys something. There's a reason why a dude like me, right, as much game as I have, as easy as it for me to get multiple women, I can get damn near a different girl every day of the week if I want to, right? Why am I in long-term relationships? Why? Why do you think that, you know, at the end of the day, most guys, even if they're out here doing their thing, still want a main chick? You understand? Because there's something valuable in having a main chick. Whether you're monogamous, non-monogamous, whatever the fuck. You understand? Having a main chick who's consistent, who's on your program. But see, these guys who have lower level thinking and guys who aren't really, you know, on top of the game, they're still concerned with sex. This is why niggas talk about the body counts, the pair bonding, all that other goofy shit. They're still concerned about the sex. And they'll be like, they'll laugh at a nigga who's with a woman who they know their friend fucked, but the friend just fucked. But the guy has the girl who's fucking him also, but also doing all these other things for him. You understand? Benefiting his life in all these other ways, but you're snickering over there because you fucked her 2 years ago. But you don't have any chick that's consistent with you. You don't have any woman under your influence. Interesting how that works, right? See, when you break it down like that, and this goes back to the whole situation with Future and Russell Wilson. See, Future fucked, but Russell Wilson got the whole woman on a consistent basis. Let that sink in. Click the link below and get your tickets to the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man seminar in Las Vegas, Nevada, Labor Day weekend, September 3rd, featuring Boss Mac Topsoil, Steve the Dean Williams, Mr. 1950, Afi Kingdom, King Dre, and hosted by Miles Cunningham and yours truly, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. So make sure you click the link below to get your tickets today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.